Welcome back. This video I'm going to be going over clap, command line argument parser for Rust. And I actually recorded this video a long time ago and never uploaded it because, you know, why should I? Anyways, let's just go over this. I think this is probably one of the best libraries I've ever used. This just makes life so much easier. I'm not going to go over everything like I usually do. I don't really go over everything, but I will go over it. And yeah, initially I was going to write like the head utility on like a lot of Unix-like operating systems, but I decided against that because half the time I'm going to be writing the logic for it rather than just showing what clap does. So let's get started. I'm going to kind of refer to this example a little bit just so, I don't know, just so you guys can see how it looks like, and I'm going to write it myself. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to do a use clap. Oh, whoops, I forgot to install it. Okay, let's add it in here. This command over here. Let's paste it in, and now we have clap installed. Let's go here and let's do use clap. And let's do parser. So there's two ways to use clap. There's one with like the whole big old functions, after functions and stuff, or you can use the derive feature, which is really, really nice. All you do is you define the command line arguments as a structure. That's it. So let's do derive parser. Let's make a struct. Okay, let's call it arguments. Right. And what we can do is we can define an argument by doing arg, and we can set it if it's long or short. Let me actually show it right here. You have multiple different options. You have short, long, and whatever you want to call it. Pretty sure you can also modify the name of it. Like for the config right here, the value name is going to be file. You can also do that. So this arg little thing here, I forgot what this is called in Rust. I don't know what it's called. I forgot. Can make like life a lot easier, and it lets you customize a lot of things. So let's do short for now, and let's say, okay, this is gonna be the file, right? And let's do name. Let's do a string, right? And let's do a arg and a short, and let's do a greeting. Now what we can do is we can do let args equals arguments colon parse. And now since we have debug on, actually let's not do that. Let's just print it out. Let's do println. The name is going to be the args.name. And it's fully like type safe and stuff like that, which is insane. They gotta be using black magic to make this, but whatever, it's amazing. Greeting. Now we can do cargo run and then give it parameters. Let's do, since we did short, it's gonna be the first letter. So we do /n is my name. Well, of course it's not my real name. And we just say hello. As you can see, it gives us our name and it gives us hello. But what if we do not give it anything, right? These are the required arguments, but it is not specific at all, is it? So let's do help and see if it makes it more specific. It doesn't. But notice how it says right here, it says print help. What if we could add this in there? Well, we can. With comments. I swear I don't know how this works. It's crazy. So we can say the name of the user to greet, the greeting to give the user. Exclamation. Let's not do an exclamation. Now if we do the same thing, we have a like a description here. By the way, I did that on purpose. It's supposed to be triple, not double, not single, triple for it to actually work. So now we have a little name for it. What we can also do is do long here. Now when we add long, the full name with the double hyphen, we can call the parameter to, not call the parameter, pass the argument by doing / name also. Let's do name. As you can see, it works, and even if we remove all of this, it still works. Now what else we can do is we can give it a specific short name. We can give it the letter K instead. Now if we do the help command, the short is going to be K instead of N. Same thing you can do here. Now what else we can do is we can give it a default value. And give it the value of hello. Okay, back. The issue was the T over here. There's apparently 2. This shouldn't throw an error now. As you can see, the default value is hello. There's a difference between it. I think default value just accepts a string, and default value _t accepts the type, like specific to that. So yeah, that's why it wasn't working. So yeah, now it has a default value, and if I just give it a name and no parameter, it still gives me hello, since it has a default value. Now what if I give it an optional value? And since it's so lovely, we can actually use the built-in Rust types to do optional values. Let's do string. And now when we do that, we can contains the sum or the provided default. Okay. Let's do user. User is going to be our default value, because we're going to do unwrap or, oh, sorry, not into. There you go. Now we gave it my username, but if we do / help again, it will. Does it let us know that? Okay, if we don't do anything, it's gonna say user, because we have that parameter to be optional. And I know this kind of does the same thing as a default value, but in certain cases you might have an optional flag that you turn on or you don't turn on. So this is really helpful with that. Now let's make this command do a little bit something different. Let's make like a cat command, right? So like a really crappy version of a cat command. So let's do a flag here, enable line numbers. Let's have a boolean right here, and line numbers colon bool. And let's give it the argument arg short long, and let's give it a default value t of false. And let's do rest of the files. If you don't give it an argument, it just picks up the rest of the values you pass in. So let's do files colon, and let's do a vector, as in like a list of arguments of path buff, which is going to be the paths that you're going to give. Let's parse it, and we're going to do unwrap because this is just example code. Let's open the file now. Let f equals file open file unwrap. And yeah, so if the flag is on, if line numbers line numbers, we do it a different way. If not, you can do it this really fast way by doing I think it's called IO copy. Yes. And for the line numbers, we'll do it a little differently. We'll use a buffered reader. Oh, is it line unwrap? Sorry, unwrap. Yes, this will panic if something goes wrong, but this is demonstration code. So now our program accepts these files. Since remember we put in these files here, it's not going to be like an argument that you pass it in. So let's do src main.rs prints out main.rs. Now if we do, don't know why that's not working. We do line numbers. Let's do that. Let's enable it. And now we have line numbers. As you can see, this is a pretty cool way to use clap, and I love clap, honestly. It makes things so much easier, and yeah, I highly recommend this to anybody who is making a lot of command line tools with Rust, which I think is a very good use case of Rust. Yeah, I highly recommend checking out clap. So let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.